Warren Buffett, synonymous with capitalism, American dream, and financial success. But how did a poor boy, raised during the Great American Depression, become one of the richest men in the world?
Today we will present the financial legend and explain how Warren Buffett created his wealth by himself.
Warren Edward Buffett is born in 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska. Living during the tough times of the Great American Depression, Warren immediately learns to respect the value of money.
Warren would have grown looking at his mother skipping dinners, so his father could eat a complete meal and work to support his family. With courage one night, the young Buffett states that if he had not earned his first $1 million before being 35 years old, he would have jumped from the highest building in his city. He immediately shows an incredible talent for mathematics and numbers, a talent that was particularly useful later. For example, for several weeks he collects bottle caps to get to know what drink was requested the most, and which flavor was the favorite. When the Great Depression ends, Warren sees his father investing his little savings in tangible assets.
Gold coins, a crystal chandelier, and silverware.
At 13, he began to deliver newspapers and immediately realized that he could maximize his earnings by diversifying his product. At 15, Warren uses his profits to buy a 40-acre farm in Nebraska and takes a farmer to work the field. After the high school, he tries to enroll, without success, at the prestigious Harvard Business School. Warren then decides to go to Columbia Business School, where his teacher is the legendary investor, Benjamin Graham. He invests his money buying some pinball that he would then have placed in the local barber's customers. Thanks to this experience, Buffett learns that a great service can justify higher prices, location is very important, and there are practical scalability limitations linked to every business. After graduating in 1954, his old teacher and mentor, Benjamin Graham, offers him a job as a seller of investment securities and financial analyst.
In 1956, Buffett buys a home for his family, and his savings already amounted to $174,000, just over $1.5 million today.
Believing that he could live comfortably thanks to his investments, at 26, Warren decides to stop working. However, he soon gets bored and decides to create the Buffett Partnership Limited, whose investments were mainly based on what he learned during his youth. Warren invests in companies with a proven gain history and tangible goods. It is 1964 when he buys Berkshire Hathaway. Anyway, because of the declining sales due to problems in the textile sector after the First World War, the company's financial future seemed to be doomed. In 1962, initially, Warren buys shares of this company hoping for a short-term gain, but, later, decides to take control and fire the management. In 1967, when it is clear that the best years of the company were behind him, he closes the entire textile production and uses Berkshire Hathaway as a holding, focusing mainly on investments, insurance, and energy sector companies. In a few years, Warren Buffett reverses the downward path of a bankrupt company, and, at the age of 30, he reaches his goal of earning $1 million, 5 years before expected. Furthermore, Berkshire Hathaway would have become his flagship for all his future commercial investments. After leaving the textile business, Warren focuses on purchasing media such as the Washington Post, the petroleum and energy company, Exxon, and the insurance giant, Geico. In 1979, the shares of Berkshire Hathaway grow to $1,310 and the wealth of Warren Buffett is worth $620 million. In the same year, he buys shares of the ABC television network. In 1988, there is his longest-term investment, the purchase of the Coca-Cola shares. Thanks to attentive investments based on the lessons learned as a boy, preference for companies with tangible assets and proven gain capabilities, Berkshire Hathaway becomes one of the most powerful and profitable companies in the world. From pure misery as a child to being one of the richest men on earth, Warren Buffett represents a true history of capitalist success and a hero of the free market. And yet, with the gap in wealth between the various social classes and the difficulties for low-income families, do you think it is still possible today to have a new Warren Buffett? Let me know what you think in the comments, and, if you liked this video, don't forget to click on like, subscribe and share it. See you next time.